We all love this movie so much. One of Pixar's very best, and to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the movie that started it all, which was Toy Story, that came out November 22nd, 1995. Amazing. But what was it like for you all when you read this screenplay to wrap your head literally around the scope of what's going on in this movie? Let's start with you, Phyllis.
Oh, okay. Well, I was, as always, I'm speechless. No, I was very excited to get the call, and I really don't know the magnitude of it even now, I don't believe. I was just really happy to go to Emeryville and have Pete and Jonas tell me the story and see the pictures, and immediately without missing a beat, yes, please. And had a great time, and I don't know, take it, Bill.
All right. No, it was great. I kind of stalked them, Pixar. I went to them. I said, I want to take a tour of Pixar. This is back in 2010.
Because you're a fan.
I'm a giant fan. So I just said, can I please take a tour? And I went around and I met Pete and Jonas, and there was actually a scene. Has anybody seen the movie? Everyone in here has seen the movie. I'm about to blow the ending. The Dream production. They said we have this. They didn't tell me, but they have this scene in the movie that deals with a live television element. We'd like to come to SNL. And I said, come to SNL. And they hung out at SNL for a week for reference of that sequence. And so they let me come and hang out at Pixar as a thank you. And then kind of like, you want to play Fear? And I said, sure. It works.
Up, baby, all you.
I came to the project later, and they had done so much work already, and a lot of people had already recorded, so I kind of got this PowerPoint presentation of what the idea was, and I couldn't believe it was, the setting was the mind of an 11-year-old girl. I just loved that was the setting. I just thought, I honestly believed from the minute they told me the idea, I was like, well, this film's going to be the best Pixar movie ever made, and it's going to make the most money, and it's going to win an Oscar. That's what I thought from the minute. I'm sorry about not to be like, but it's from the minute they told me, I was like, this is the best movie ever made, and it'll be the only good movie I've ever been in. And I can't believe I'm in it. Yeah. So I just thought about this day. Like, I actually thought about the day when the film came out. And, as you can tell, I'm kind of a pessimist when it comes to this.
What about you, Louis?
Well, I was, apparently I found out I was like the first one cast, so I was really the tipping point. As soon as the others heard I was in it, they couldn't fucking wait to get it.
Yeah, they said, you want to be in a Louis Black movie? I'm like, yes. And they said, you got to go to Pixar. No, Pixar's doing it.
Yeah, but they did send me a box. I have to say, they showed, you never see this in the city, or really in this industry, but a humility that is really almost psychotic. Because they sent me a box of stuff with a letter in which they said that I may not know who Pixar is, which meant either that they were crazy or they thought I was just some sort of a recluse. And so they said that they had this role of anger. Well, that fit, and that I'd be interested in it, and maybe if I didn't know them, then they sent me all their stuff, like all these things that I'd seen.
They're real.
They sent me everything, and a big nice book. I mean, I think I made out better than any of you. And I leapt on it, but they also sent, and I've said this before, they sent me about a 20-page kind of what they were thinking, a kind of a rough draft of the script, and I thought, and I read it and I said, oh my God, this is going to be a flop. And so being the worst thing that they've ever done. And maybe there'll be something to that in its own special way. And then I went out there and they'd already done 12,000 changes, and I went, oh yeah, you're an idiot, Louis. And the rest of it now, like she said, this is crazy what's going on here.
Perfectly cast. And Mindy, how about you?
Well, that is really true. Like, it's almost, if Pixar and Pete and Jonas, and experience of working with them is like dating a guy. It's like this really well-raised guy that like doesn't know he looks like Tom Brady and doesn't talk like Tom Brady. And it's just like, and we did these other movies and we have these other things, and you're like, I'm in. Like, why didn't I get
No, it's like, and I'm about your pleasure.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I just wanted to be with you. And you say to your friends, like, because they don't have to be that way. Frequently, much less wonderful organizations teaming with talent treat you much worse. And so you're kind of like, this is great. How do I take advantage of this?
Yeah, they act like it's a real privilege that they get to do their job. They can't. It's like they can't believe they get to do what they do, which is really nice.
Yeah, and